Howdy, howdy, y'all. Sir Cowpoke, and welcome on back to Valheim Build Edition, where today we're continuing our brand new mountain project, Cow Mountain. You can hear I am smelting some iron because we need a lot of it, because today's build is going to be the start, the first build to Cow Mountain, other than the upgrades that we did, the refurbishment that we did. If you've not checked out that episode, go check that out. I refurbished the building that I'm in now and a little tower. As I was getting all the materials that I need, like all the iron, copper, tin, it was getting a pain to actually move and land the ship, deal with all that and everything else. So I was like, you know what? The very first mountain build is not going to be a mountain build. It's actually going to be in the plains. But it's the border, it's the pathway up to the mountains. So we're going to be building a brand new port. And so it's going to be amazing. We already saw like the little Cowtown boathouse. It turned out really cool, but this next one is going to be even better. So without further delay, let's get to riding. As the sun sets, here we are looking over the valley, the plains area, to see where would be the best place to put this port. And I'm trying to figure out where the best way to like go up and down to make an actual road and mountain way that goes up and down easy to Cow Mountain. And so I'm going to be looking around a little bit, trying to figure out where would be the best spot. And so I'm going to traverse and explore a little bit, and look to see what would be the smoothest way up and down, as well as a good clean area where we can build this sucker. So as night falls, I'm going to be running around doing all that, and then once I find the spot, I will show y'all. So I think I found a nice little path that would like actually pretty cool, going up the mountain and everything else. Now I'm thinking this would be maybe like over here, or back that way a little bit more, that I'm thinking about building this little port, because it's kind of like its own little isolated little spot. And then once you gather the stuff, you can come over here, and I'm thinking about building a little bridge that's going to go over this and up this ramp right here, like up this little section right here, because there's this nice little goblin like little lookout tower right here. There is a tar deal right there, but it's far enough away. I don't think it's going to affect us too much, and plus I'm going to go drain it anyways. I was thinking about maybe doing something like that. That way I can incorporate this. I like incorporating a lot of different things, like the natural aspects of the game. I like incorporating as much as possible. So I was thinking about that, or if I didn't want to incorporate that, thinking about maybe somewhere over here. That way I don't have to worry about a bridge or anything like that. We already know that wagons are going to be pretty much obsolete. They're not going to be all that great. Going up and down that mountain, even the best path I can make still wouldn't get the cart like full of stuff really that well up there. So it's probably going to scratch that. And I kind of like it in the trees over there than just in the open over here. I think the trees are going to provide a little bit more. So yeah, I'm going to build it right over there. So I want to get the boat because I need the boat to gauge the size and all that other stuff. So I'm actually going to go get the boat, sell it right over to that little spot, and dig up a hole, and we'll see what that looks like from there. Boom! Here's what I have so far. I actually got this thing canaled in. Again, I'm not going to want the boat like all the way in. One, I'm trying to use as much real estate as possible. And I put up these like nice little stone sections so people can jump in and out. It is high, I understand, but you can see that's why it is high. Yeah, it's gonna hit that. That's gonna be an issue, but I think like one of the problems that I discovered like in this section, since it's pretty low, the big giant waves come in and just flood. So I had to build this up higher. You can easily jump in and out of the boat. It's not too big of an issue, and majority of the time you can like get pretty close up. And when the waves aren't massive like this, it doesn't drop up and down as horrendous as this. Majority of the time it's actually pretty level. So I think this is going to turn out pretty cool right here. But now, what I am going to do is I am definitely going to start building the actual house structure. I'm going to put a base frame, play around with a couple ideas, because I have some pretty cool and interesting ideas what I might want to do for this guy. And so, yeah, let me start putting that up, and we'll go from there. Why am I always under attack when I'm building? And I'm always being hunted. Come on! Ugh. This is the third time I'm being hunted while building this. It's getting nuts. Oh my god. Why won't they end? Hunting is over. About freaking time. Ah! There. Jeez. Can I get back to building now? Thank you. I love being hunted. It makes so much fun. Alrighty, y'all. So here we are. I finally figured out some pretty interesting idea on how I want this little port place to look like. This is a base outline of how this is going to look. And let me give you a little tour of it. So right where I'm standing is going to be like the main central place. There's going to be a downstairs that's going to be stoned out and also semi-roomed and everything. This is going to be where the chimney is going to start. But the fireplace is going to be on the second floor, so we'll have to bring down some iron. I don't have any iron down here. And everything else. So you can see what this is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 long. Usually you want to do evens. Like odds wide, so you can get that perfect, like Viking style roof, depending on how you want the roof to lay out. And usually you also want to do the odds on the same length, but I like having the lengths like symmetrical. So I do evens and odds a lot of times. Except for over here, these are going to be like little mini buildings. This is a port, not really a home on its own. It's a port, so there's going to be like a combination of different things, and I have it semi-symmetrical. I did think about putting it in an angle. I might do that, so like, as in instead of it looking straight that way, it might look straight in that way. But I'll play around with it. It's kind of hard to do. I found to do like type of angles like that, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll play around with it, but it's still going to have this like four little things. So it's like 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it has this little dome. And how to actually make this little dome, because this section's going to be stone. And let me show you how this is going to work. So these are layered on top of each other like that. That way you can actually get, when you start like layering these things on top, you can catty corner them, kind of like this. And then that's what gives you that really nice like stacking deal. And then you put this guy right here. Then you can put that guy there, and then it gives you that nice little deal there. So that's how I'm going to start doing the walls here. And then the reason for here is because once you have, say, this guy here, in order to get like a really nice curve, because you can see that when you try to do these, it doesn't quite work. And so if you just take 2 of these guys, 1, 2, that gives you a beautiful, beautiful curve. Just like that, and it just turns out so much nicer, and it gives you a little bit more play around and stuff like that. As you can see, boom, check that out, and it's like it sinks in together, it fits, and you can easily do that. You can make it tall, you can make it short, but that's how that's going to work. This is a mark off where the fireplace is going to go, so I'm going to have a little fireplace on that one. This is going to be a two-tier story, so you're going to have the ground that's going to come up. So this place still floods. It's going to have a little walkway path that's going to come up here, and then they'll open the door. Then back here, I'm going to have a staircase that comes up here, and then you'll have access to this little balcony section that connects it all together. And it's not going to be, it's going to be roofed, but it's not going to be, it's a balcony section. So it's like the inner walkways between the 3 major buildings of this port and everything else. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to finish up and start putting in the bottom sections of each one of these suckers all the way through. And yeah, so let me start knocking that out, y'all. Alrighty, y'all, here we are. We just got that first section done. Oh my god, the amount of stone went into this. I don't build with stone a whole lot, so this is a great test before we get up into the mountains and start making all the stone buildings and everything up there. This is a great test for that. And we can see that there's a little bit of it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. There's these two little side homes. They turn out nice. They're just supposed to be cozy little nooks and crannies and stuff, and it'll have a little pathway that comes down here. I'm going to put some extra little stuff in here to fill this in, but it is smoking me out, so I'm probably going to have to adjust the fireplace a little bit, try to get that kind of figured out. I think I need to round it. I think I just need to round that out, and then that will get that sucker kind of squared away. Same thing for over here. And if you look at it, I didn't. This is like complete accident, but if you know anything about Star Trek, this looks like the Enterprise, just slightly, completely by accident, but it does kind of look like the Enterprise. That's kind of funny. But we can see that this building is a step down from this one, and I kind of wanted to do that just to see how that looks. I'm trying something different, and everything else. You can see that the water just rises so high up in here. And then it's going to lead into this main section in here, and I got this fireplace put in. Now I got to build up around it and everything else. And I was going to have like certain things that you can walk around here. I'm going to have that gravel and everything. And you can't really squeeze around here because I'm thinking about putting this little siding around it. And you won't be able to like squeeze around there necessarily. But we'll see. I'm going to play with a couple ideas. But you can enter it from down here. You got the portal that goes straight to back up the mountain up there. Some room to put like storage or various other things, crafting materials or whatever. And then the staircase that leads up in here. And I have a couple ideas what to do in here. But it's going to have this big grand roof. And this section is going to go up a little room, and it's going to have a similar roof. And it's going to be kind of unique in how this one's going to go. And the roof that's going to go over here, it's going to be also this big grand type roof as well. Because it's going to all blend in together. I'm going to try to make it so that even though that these are supposed to be independent rooms or buildings, that it's still kind of one. And so I'm going to tie it together with one big roof. And so it's going to take a tremendous amount of wood and everything else, but I'm going to frame that out next. We'll frame out the rest of the walls and everything else. The rest of this, even though I have stone up to here, the rest of this is going to be wood. I'm going to do wood paneling and everything around that type of section in here. I don't know if I'm going to stick it out here or here. I'm going to play with some ideas. I'm going to play with some ideas and see what looks the best and everything else. But yeah, let me knock out that section and tie in the roof, and I'll be right back, y'all. So here's the progress report. We have put up the entire roof structure. It has rained, so the wood kind of looks all wonky and everything right now, but I'll fix all that when we do it. When we start putting the roof up, gonna fix it all up, make it all solid, pretty, and all that great jazz. But this has turned out to be a huge project of a build, a lot bigger than I was estimating it to be, because this is actually one of the biggest single builds I have done in especially a long time. And it's becoming a challenge, but it's been a lot of fun. It really has, and everything. I build everything in survival mode, so it's not as simple as you just build. I find it more challenging to do it in survival mode, and I do it all at the top of my head, so there's a lot of build, rip it down, see what I like and everything, while in survival mode, defending myself and getting materials and all that stuff. So, but this is the roof. It's going to turn out pretty cool. And just so you all know, this is brick all the way down, comes all the way up. It gives its core structure and a lot of support, so it can maintain this really tall, empty roof and everything. And this is where the chimney is going to go. I need to tweak and play around with it, how it sits a little bit more. And I have this iron rod, because this chimney's going to go all the way up. So this sucker's going to go all the way up. And yes, I know it sticks into the roof, or it does that for two reasons. One, it helps the roof with support. And this chimney's going to actually go all the way through, so that little rod's going to be hidden once it's all said and done, so no worries there. It just sticks out now and is kind of obvious. And then we got things all over the place. We got this section all roofed in, this little section all roofed in. I love how this little dome thing turned out. It's pretty cool. I need more stone to go through and set up all the rest of these little fireplaces that's going to go in here. I put a little balcony thing. I don't know if I'll keep it. We'll see. And then I got this all wooded and figured out. I need to come back in, fix up these flooring and everything else, but that'll be done with the last detail work. For now, what I am going to be doing the next major steps, which is going to take me a bit, and it's going to be a lot of back and forth running, and everything else. You see, I still got a little bit more detailed work to do, which is simply just grabbing these guys and putting in here like that, all the way down. Boom. And everything else. I still have some wood, but I have a little bit left. But we need to go get the tar, and we need to roof all these guys so we can stop taking rain damage, and so I can fix everything up, get all that, get it roofed. And then once we have this sucker roofed off, it'll be ready to put up walls and all the extra little sections and everything, and then we'll be done with this sucker. Well, then I got all the detail works. Then yeah, we'll be done with the sucker, because this sucker might be a 2-day build. It might be, just letting y'all know, just because how long it has been taken. The first build will be this, and then the second will be detailed and everything like that. That way I can actually take in some comments and considerations on what I should probably do and put out here for it. So without further delay though, I am going to put the roof on, so let me knock that out and get a couple extra little sections done. And yeah, progress report, we got ourselves a roof. It is up, it is working. You can see there's a little bit of smoke. I decided to go with the non-tar up there, because that's like the chimney, it's whatever. And I don't, yeah, it's just, yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna use that. I think I put a tar one up there. It just looked kind of weird, so I put that up there, and that looks better. So the regular thatch looks a lot better. But anyways, I got, this roof looks amazing. Look at the top of this thing. It looks kind of dope. It really does. It looks pretty slick. I can't remember the last time I said the word dope. But anyways, I got all that in. I got more black tar. I brought down all my iron. Got tons of wood. And I started to do a couple things. You can see, started making these little diamonds, because I'm going to fill them in with some nice work. And all those are just your basic little deals to go that way. And then I saw a build that had this as a diamond by doing this, and he put some stuff in the middle. I like that, so I'm going to use that in this build. Obviously, you can't mimic it over there because we have this ginormous, this guy, fire pit, huge fire pit. But this thing turned out amazing, really good. Decided that these need doors. I added this to it, was just a little double thing there to add an extra little roof. But yeah, this sucker turned out great. Why am I not? I was about to say, it's like I can fit down there. I know I can fit down there. But so now all that's left of this build is finishing up, like putting in the walls, putting in the last details of black tar, getting that in, cleaning up and raising the ground around here so it levels off, and just getting like the last bit of work done. And so I'm going to knock all that out. You might see a couple time-lapse spots. I'm going to probably do something a little bit different. Do some time-lapse spots, and we're going to call this guy done. So I'll see you all at the end of the ride. And here we are at the end of the ride. This has been a phenomenal long build, and I am super happy how it turned out. There's still like a lot more that I see that I want to add to it, but I'm gonna have to go out and get more materials and more everything else. But we are here at the end of the major build. We can do decorations later. That can be the next episode. But let me show you around. As you can see, this looks amazing. This is the front main building right here. You already can see the little side building. We're right in the middle of this little island that's in the plains with all these beautiful birch trees and everything else. I have these decorations. I have glass. This is the first time I'm actually utilizing glass in a major build, and it turned out great. I don't know if I want to keep this, but I thought it would be kind of cool. Give it a try. Let me know down in the comments what you think about that, or if I should try to add something else there. So let's go in here and check it out. Boom! Look at this! Oh my god, this place turned out amazing. This is like the main sections when someone gets off a boat. This is the port, so the port always has to somehow like bar or get together and stuff. Like, so you have bread, you have some drinks and everything else. You got a nice big roaring fire. Thinking about putting like a spit thing in there eventually. You got your little bar. Got some flags, more decorations. The beams turned out really cool. I thought that was a nice touch, the little flame deal there. And this back wall, I mean, I was sitting here staring at this, trying to figure out what would be a good way to get a good decoration. This turned out really cool. It kind of mimics the top, and then down here you can see how I did this. Just spliced it with that guy. You can see boom, 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 boom all the way around, stuck that, and then glass all the way around. It's just really cool, and it fits. And so then you have, let me show you down the downstairs first before we get too crazy. Downstairs is mainly your storage. It has your portal room that goes down. The reason it goes down a notch because if you walk above it, this thing activates. You don't want that, so you just go down one notch, boom, it takes care of that. And then you have like your nice little workbench right there. Then you have your little storage room over here with an extra little thing there, but you have a nice little storage area so you can put some stuff. You can actually put some wood there, some bricks there, get rid of that, do whatever you want with that. I did put little windows right here so you can close the shutters and everything if you really want. And we can go ahead and close all these guys. You're like, no, we want it all closed. Then that big double doors that lead to the back. However, we're not going to go that way. We're going to go this way. So then we have these two grand doors. Open up and then boom. You walk out and then there, look at that side. You see the ocean. You see the boat. I actually came in and put some brick all the way around. Finished all that up. And then check out this walkway. This walkway turned out super cool that links the other two buildings together. And then I came in here and the sun's just in there. So let's look at this guy. And then this looks so cool. And all the way down, this has became a really slick build. It really has. Both rooms are identical, so I'm just going to show you the one. Then we'll go over here. And so you open up here, come in here, and then you have your upstairs little quarters that houses two beds. The same thing over there. I went with these windows just because to try to give it a little bit different ambiance. You can come in here and put more decorations if you really wanted. You can put, this is pretty much just these little guys right here, and then put that there, and then you have these little dudes right there. That gives you like this little bench type thing here. I outlined this to give it a little bit more texture. Put a bench and our grand windows that we put out as our start default. And you come down here, I put this in, which is this, that, and these little dudes. And then that way you can put like more materials up here if you really, really wanted to, like another chest, or you wanted to put more decorations or whatever you want. And then I got these windows that turned kind of cool, even with this little lip here, and then you put those guys, it actually turned out pretty cool. And this is like your little workstation, so you can come in here, repair, do all you need to do there. You got your nice cozy fire that you can easily put like a little spit on. If you really wanted, you can actually get the fire a little bit closer and put a spit right there if you really wanted to. But I just did it. And then two more little shelves when you walk in. It's a cozy little building. come in, drop off a load, take a little breather. It's like a little inn. It's kind of like a little inn as you come into port. And then you come down and you walk down there, and then boom, you have this little beautiful section. I mean, look at that. That is just, it is a massive building. This is probably one of my biggest buildings, singular biggest buildings I have done. And it really has been a challenge from all the fights, from all the materials, because half of it is stone, and then all the tar. I mean, this thing has become amazing and such a feat to do on survival. And there's just more I'm planning on to add to it. But again, that is next episode. We're going to come in here and we're going to do a stairway and walkway all the way to Cow Mountain. And then we're going to finish up some minor little details around. So you'll see all that on the next episode. But check this out. This is really cool. Then I decided, since we are in the plains, I put this little garden in. And then this garden is for barley. And so I'm thinking about putting another one over there for flax, or I haven't fully decided, or just stick a windmill over there. I think that'd be kind of cool. Stick a windmill over there. But I don't know. I'll play with a couple of ideas. But this place turned out really, really cool. I plan on getting a little bit more materials or land to bring over there. You'll see on the next episode when it comes to the next build episode. But you can come in here. You can get on your boat, you can sell in, you can sell out. It's a nice little nook. This place turned out amazing and beautiful. And if there's any other suggestions or thoughts I should add, let me know down in the comments. The fog's rolling in, so I'll catch you all on the next ride. Adios.